Hello. Is this working? Hello. This is working. Is everyone here? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so stupid. No, you don't understand how stupid I am. I was late streaming because I was like trying to figure out my chat box, right? And then I thought I started streaming like 10 minutes ago, and I didn't notice until now that I haven't been streaming. I'm so stupid. It's fine. I was just like really awkward for like 10 minutes. I was like, dang, chat's not reacting. And then I was just like, I haven't gotten like any messages. Oh, I got the one from Mango Aji that said 3 minutes late SMH. But like that was like right after I thought like I pushed like a button or something, but I didn't. And so I was just like, what the frick is she talking about? Anyways, oh my gosh. Yeah, there were so many okay, the thing is, I haven't like set up or something on my settings for like OBS that like, okay, there's a streaming button and then there's a live there's the streaming button and then there's the go live button, and then I have to click on YouTube to connect it to my stream, and then I have to click the go live button on YouTube. So it was like 4 different buttons, and I was like, anyways, I worked today. I'm tired. Oh my gosh. Anyways, how's everyone? And then oh yeah, and then my chat box, I couldn't get it working. Anyways, as you can see, I just made it a pop-out window and made it like this. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna try to stop streaming at 9 still, because I know that like there are gonna be some Mafu fans popping in here, and they're probably gonna want to watch Mafu play Valorant. Theoretically, I should also be wanting to watch Mafu play Valorant because Soraru's coaching him, but I'm a big girl and I have to go study and clean, and I have to work out because I have to get swole. So I'm gonna just go right into the concert report. Everyone's very eepy, yeah. And then I bet I rolls up at like who knows when. But okay, so I stayed over at my friend's house. It was actually my friend Mango Aji who posted in the chat earlier. So I slept over at her house because she lives closer to Osaka. She basically lives in like, I'm not gonna dox her, but like she lives way closer to Osaka than I do. But so I slept over at her house, and then we wrote like fan letters to Soraru, and then we went to the venue in the afternoon to pick up like merch and stuff. And so yeah, I got all of my merch, and then I picked up, let's see, I have the list. So okay, I picked up the clear file, and then a pen light, and then sticker set, and then the brooch and hair clip, and then my friend picked up the dakitsuki Soraru. So like that thing, you can like put it on your pen light, or there was like a lot of girls using it as a hair tie, so she also used it as a hair tie during the concert, and it's really cute when you have like 2 of them and can like have like twin tails. But anyways, and then I also ended up picking up the tote bag because I thought it would be a better size for my books. and then I got it, and it was the exact same size as the bag that I was already using for work. So it's fine. And now I just have an extra tote bag. But so I did that, and then we did the lottery. So I didn't need a pull for the lottery, but because I already got the t-shirt, right? I said before, like, the one thing I wanted was the t-shirt. Not the t-shirt, I keep calling it a t-shirt. I wanted the button-up shirt. That was the one thing that I wanted. And so I was like, I don't need it anymore, but I'm just gonna pull anyways and see what I get because I'm greedy. And then, so I pulled 5 times, and I thought I was gonna get just photo cards. I ended up getting one of the acrylic panels with like the art on it. It wasn't signed, but it was still an acrylic panel. And I got super excited, and the acrylic panels have like 3 designs, right? There's like the anti-pop doll acrylic panel, and then the one that looks like Wonder's album art, and then the one that's like the bus stop from Yumeyui, right? I got the anti-pop doll acrylic, but like I didn't actually want that acrylic panel. So maybe some of you saw yesterday that I was like trying to trade it, and then I was actually very unsuccessful because apparently nobody wanted that acrylic panel, and everyone was trying to trade it for like one of the other ones. And maybe I don't think they were like mixed up very well in the box. But like the reason I don't want, like, I'm fine with it, but like the reason I would preferred a different acrylic panel was because this one just has Soraru's feet out. I don't need like, I don't need a feet fan art pic of him. So, yeah, that's, I mean, I still have it. I might put it up on my wall, but I would have liked one where, like, you know, his feet weren't so, like, prominent in the fan art. But anyways, but yeah, so, and then, yeah, what happened after that? I ran into one of my other Japanese friends just, like, coincidentally, and I chatted with her, and we were talking about, actually, and Soraru was talking about this during the concert, too. I've been kind of bad at following his stream. Well, I listened to his, like, Twitcast when he's just, like, chatting, right? But, like, in general, it sounds like After the Rain's, like, teasing something, right? Like, this year, like, they're doing something this year, and it sounds like it's gonna be a concert, and it's supposed to be, like, a big deal, but, like, and I don't really, like, talk with, like, I'm not really on, like, Japanese Twitter. I'm not even on, like, Utaite Twitter in general, right? But so just, like, from, like, the people I've been talking to and, like, other fans, in general, it sounds like people are, like, thinking that After the Rain's gonna have an international concert this year. As in, like, probably, like, Taiwan. Because, like, originally After the Rain was gonna have an international concert in 2020. Like, they confirmed that at, like, one of their concerts. Like I said, I don't know if, like, anyone's been talking about this in, like, the international fandom and stuff. Because I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, have they talked about it on streams and stuff? Anyways, I, like, don't know if they're going to have, like, this year, it would probably be really last minute if they announced they were having, like, an international concert, but, like, if they announced it for, like, next year, I wouldn't really be surprised. Then anyways, next, I'm going back to the concert. Oh, and I don't have any pictures today. I got too lost in the sauce because I was with my friends. And so the only pictures that I took 2 pictures. And one was just a group photo of us. And then the other was just the high touch ticket for Osaka. ATR, we're going overseas. Overseas still within Asia, nowhere else. Yeah, you know, overseas is such a broad term, and in Japan, it's all lumped under the same thing, you know, unfortunately. But, you know, maybe one day, they can pull like a Kikuo and go tour like Europe or Mexico, or they could do it. They could do it if they just try. Like how Utsupi had his whole DJ set in like Europe and was in like Germany and stuff. Like if Utsupi can do it, After the Rain can do it. But anyway, so yeah, I was with my one friend, and then our other friend met up with us later. But this other friend's a dude, so a different dude than the one that I brought to the Hitorie concert, but he's still white. Okay, so we were like walking around walking around the venue, and everywhere we went, and it was always like the men, like the other like male Soraru fans, they pointed at him and they were like, "Suge gaijin da!" And I was like, they were so loud about it. They were like, "Oh my gosh, it's a white dude!" And like, we all speak Japanese, and I was just like, we were like cracking up, and I was like, I was like, who are they to talk? They're like these freaking they're these male fans at a Soraru concert. Like, we should be pointing back at them and being like, like, I trust Otto will tell Mafu about the world after her tour ends. Yeah, honestly, Otto, I'm putting all my faith in Otto to bring Utaites internationally. But like, yeah, it was just really funny. So we had, I really like bringing white guys to like Soraru's concert. This is not the first white guy I took. I had like 2 friends who were like visiting from Seattle, just like, they don't even know anything of, like, they don't speak Japanese, they're not into Utaite, and like, they were just staying with me, and I was like, okay, well, like, if you're staying at my house, like, I have to see After the Rain, so you guys have to come with me. And so they just came and vibed. But like, that guy friend that I took too, and his wife are like, they're like blonde hair, blue-eyed white people. Anyways, it's my hobby bringing white people to After the Rain and Soraru concerts. I'm gentrifying Soraru's concerts. Yeah, I am. You know, maybe I'll make him go overseas or something. And then sometimes my friends troll them and write them letters in English. But you know what? I wrote Mafu one letter in English before because I was really tired. And he was studying English anyways. So we like got lunch, and then after we went back to the venue, and then what happened? Oh, during the concert, there was like, so the Yumeyui set was like the exact same as like Nagoya, and so sometimes what Soraru does, like, I don't also keep track of set lists for any people on Twitter. Like, I don't like looking up things that are like spoilers for concerts, or like if I look up the set list of concerts that I don't go to, it just kind of makes me sad, so I don't do it. But like, I was assuming that like all the songs for the Utate Mita set, which is the second half of the concert, were going to be the same as Nagoya, because last year when Soraru had his concert, like, all the songs were the same for every venue. The year before that, he had it so like half the songs were different. So like, if you saw him, it wasn't even half the songs, it was like maybe there were like 4 songs that were like different every venue. So like, if you saw him at 2 venues, you saw him do all the songs that he had prepared for the concert, right? But for the Utate Mita set, there were only 2 songs that were the same as what he did in Nagoya. So instead of singing Bunny Girl, he sang Override, which was crazy. And then instead of having, well, he sang Sadashi no Hara still, Mikito P, but like, you know how like Soraru's like a Mikito P fanboy? He's also a Dekonina fanboy. Like, let's not forget that. So he sang 2 Dekonina songs. He sang Monitoring, which is crazy. I was like talking with my friends before the concert, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, how crazy would it be if he sang like Monitoring? But he didn't sing it at Nagoya, so like, I guess he won't. But like, man, I would have really wanted him to sing Monitoring, but he did. And then the crazy thing too about that is that, like, you know how like in his cover for like Monitoring, like, he has the part where it, like, instead of like going high, where it's like during the chorus, instead of like going high, his voice drops back down an octave. So like the part where it's usually like falsetto, he just sings it like low, which I thought was pretty gutsy to do for a cover, because everyone's always trying to sound like they're trying to show off. People are always trying to show off in covers, right? So like they're trying to sing high, but he didn't, right? Is my chat not updating anymore? Hold up. Oh, it is. Okay, wait. But so, yeah, I was like, oh. Yeah, so during the concert, especially because he was singing for like an hour and a half, right? Like, I was like, oh, he's gonna do it like the cover. No, he freaking went for it. He was singing like falsetto and like really high during like monitoring. And then like after monitoring, like 2 songs later, he sang Otome Kaibo and he did like the falsetto on that. But he was like really feeling it yesterday, guys. He was doing so good and he was like landing those notes. He also sang Bungak Shonen no Yutsu, and like the last note at the end, he held it for like so long. Like he held it for like longer than like I've seen him do it before live. Like he was on a roll yesterday. But like, yeah, it was really good. He was really Genki and cute. Oh, and also, I didn't see anyone talking about this on like Twitter. Actually, yeah, I didn't see like Gibson-san. I didn't see him like tweet about it, but like actually like Gibson-san, the bass player, his wife, they had a baby yesterday. So like before the concert, like yeah, his wife got like out of labor and stuff. So like everyone in the band was really happy and it was really cute, and all like the fans were yelling like, oh man, it's all like congratulations. But he didn't like tweet about it and like announce anything, but he like announced it like at the venue. So I was like talking with my friend after. I was like, oh my gosh, like I know I wasted money on merch, but like they have to pay like all the band members, right? Obviously for like their like they have to pay the band members, right? So I was like, me buying merch helped fund this man's baby to be born. So like that made me happy. Like as a like my money doesn't just go to Soraru, it goes to like the band, and the band's always good, and then they had a baby. So yeah, it was really cool. And then I guess now, was there anything else about the concert that was like really crazy? He was landing the notes really well. What did he talk about emceeing? Oh, he talked about his computer, how it's been breaking again, but you know, nothing new there. He talked about how, let's see, what else did he talk about? He was talking about how like, yeah, he's been trying to like do many different things with concerts because he's been doing this for 17 years, right? So he has to kind of like keep us up, like he has to keep us and him on our feet. So he has to like do different things, right? So like, before he had like the orchestra live, and then like they had like Soraru versus Mafu, and that was like really like a lot of rock music and stuff. And then this time was like Yumeyui, where I had like a story. So like, you know, even though like I think Yumeyui is like really cute, the story is really cute, but like I think he'll just get better from here on out if he does a concert like this again. Soraru breaking his computer every other time somehow. Yeah, apparently he's only had the same 2 computers, like, and they've just been taking turns, like, in the repair shop. So, like, when one's in the shop, he has it, and then they just keep switching because, yeah, one was the replacement computer. But yeah, he says that's why he hasn't been streaming, because, like, whenever he opens Valorant, it, like, blue screens, like, 4 or 5 times. And yeah, he also exercised a speech. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he was telling us, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, he was, telling us, he likes doing, what is it, calf leg extensions, you know, when you like put your hands on the wall and you like stand up on your tippy toes. Yeah, he does, yeah, what did he say? He does like sets of 20. He does 3 sets of 20 every day. He likes those. And then he does squats. He says he does squats with like 50 to 60 kilos. And everyone, well, he was He didn't eat on stage this time, but yeah, he worked out a bit and everyone was like, kawaii! And he didn't show us his muscles this time. Oh yeah, there was that Soraru versus Mafu Mafu. He like pulled up his arm and showed everyone his muscles and like flexed and stuff. But I was too far and I couldn't see. But my friend said he had one line, but you know, they're Japanese and I'm like, okay, like, I'm American. I'm used to, like, men being, like, super jacked, right? So, like, guys here in Japan will say that they're buff, and I'm like, nah, I think I got as much muscle as you. And I'm like, anyways, yeah, he's really proud of his muscles. But he looks fit. He looks good. Like, he's not, like, super, like, skinny. He's, like, normal Japanese. He's not even like, he's like fine. He looks healthy. That's what I'm trying to say. He's Japanese, okay? They're all... I'm American, okay? I'm used to going to like the mall. I'm used to going to the mall and I walk in and I'm like, there's like Hollister or like Abercrombie models, right? Like that's what I grew up with. And then here in Japan, they want you to look like a freaking clothes hanger. Like they want, like the ideal style is like you're just a walking clothes hanger and the clothes just like hangs on you like a bag, okay? So like, but no, Soraru, he looked really good. Then after the concert also, the venue in general, there's only like 2,000 people there, right? But so like, there's like a lot of hardcore fans that went to like every single show, or like even like if people live in Tokyo, they just go to Osaka because it's so easy to take the bullet train, right? So like, since I've been to so many like Soraru concerts now, I've been like recognizing other fans that I've seen before. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this fandom's like way too small. I'm like, I wonder too if like, there have been like people that look at me and they're like, oh my gosh, it's this like foreign girl again. And I'm just like, yeah, it's me again. What other stuff happened during the concert? Mikito P. What else do you sing? Oh, the arrangement for Tomi Kaibai was like really groovy. It was kind of like city pop almost. Kinda like they had like a triangle going on in the background. I was like, what the frick is going on? No, it was really cool. But yeah, so for the high touch kai, so I stuck around for this high touch kai, right? The high five thing after, because you know, I didn't have to run to get a train to go home. But so yeah, I was sticking around, and it's really funny because this happened to me like the first time I was high-fiving him, and this was like 2 years ago, where they like first introduced like high-fiving people, like where they first introduced high-fiving people, right? And it was like at the Kobe, I was like in Kobe concert or something, right? Anyways, but so the first time I was like supposed to high-five him, he was like, usually during the encore, they change into the t-shirts that they're selling for the concert. And then all the staff are also wearing that t-shirt. So the first time I went to go high-five Soraru, in general, they always have him stand behind like a screen or like a wall, because I guess they don't want fans to like gawk at him from like a distance. But like, so I went and like the staff are like, yeah, like they're just directing people. So in the first time I was like supposed to high-five him like a couple years ago, he just appeared randomly from like behind a wall, and I thought he was staff. Like, I didn't realize it was Soraru, and I thought he was like staff telling me like to go, like hurry up, or like don't like stand around because like, you know, you gotta keep the traffic moving. So I like bowed to him and I was like, oh, sumimasen deshita, and it was Soraru, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I like ran away and I like double took, and I was like, wait, that was Soraru. And then like it was that concert where like after on a live stream, he was like, there were so many people that thought I was staff and like didn't high-five me or like anything. No, he's literally just some guy. And so like that happens so many times. He looks so normal because he's wearing like his t-shirt and he doesn't have his hair dyed like a bunch of other Hutaite, right? He just has his hair black And he just looks like staff. And so yesterday, when they had the area for him, so he was still behind the screens, but Info printed out these giant signs, right? And he stuck him on the screen, and it just said like Soraru ga imasu, and like they had them for like the what is it? The fan meeting or whatever. He had like the signs originally as like a fan, like at the fan meeting he had like a small version of the sign just like on the wall, because he was like, Info was like, he was like, oh, we got new printers, like I want to try the printers, right? And so he just had like the sign that just said Soraru ga imasu, like Soraru's here, but that meant like in the venue. No, this time they were like big, and they meant like Soraru is here, like he is behind this wall. And so like we knew that he was gonna be there, because he always just like randomly appears, and then we don't notice that it's him because he's so like, he's just a dude, he's just some guy. And then that happened to like me and my friends. We went to it was the like high touch with that came with the album. Like if you got like the picture that was like winning, you can like high five Soraru. That happened when we did that too, where he just kind of like appeared, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Soraru, and then like I had a high five him. But so since like they had the signs that like, since they like had the signs that like he was gonna be there, I was so mentally prepared. I was like, I'm gonna look him in the eyes, and I'm gonna high five him, and I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna tell him thanks. And I did, and that was the first time I ever did that, because I had time to mentally prepare and I wasn't jump scared by him. But I was telling like my other friend who's like really into K-pop, I was telling her, I was like, yeah, they had to have signs for Soraru because like everyone misses him during the high touch thing. And she was like, can you imagine? She was like, there are some celebrities where it's like, even if you don't know they're like a celebrity and you look at them, like you can tell like there's something different about them, like they just feel like a celebrity. She was like, but can you imagine being a celebrity where you have to have signs at your own event that like you're there and like right next to you to be like, this is me. Like she was just like, that's kind of crazy. But so yeah, my friends that came with me, one was like old Utaite fan, but then like my white guy friend, he's kind of like into like After the Rain, but that's because like I converted him, right? But so I was like asking him after, I was like, yeah, like so like that was like Soraru, like what do you think about him? And like during the concert, my friend, he would just randomly laugh, and he was just be like, in between songs, he was just like literally Soraru's just some guy. He was like, why is like Soraru like on stage? Like you can see like how he like walks and like moves, that he's like super introverted and like kind of awkward, and like so he likes, you can tell he really likes singing, but like he like the crowd work is like, he's like kind of learned how to do it, but he's still like so introverted, right? So he would just laugh during the concert because he's like, what is he doing? Like he's a celebrity, but like why does he look so uncomfortable, kind of thing. And then like after I was like talking with him, and he was like, you know, like it makes so sense, like she was like, knowing you and what you're like, he was like, I can't imagine you having anyone else for an Oshi. He was like, if you had it, like if you have an Oshi, yeah, like it has to be someone that's like Soraru, because like yeah. And then he was just like, yeah, like it just shook me how he's literally just some guy, he's just some dude. So like I don't know, guys, my Oshi's just some guy. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Is there anything else? Did I miss anything? I'm trying to think. Minnie's Oshi has to not be like, well, like, cause okay, we have like the same friend who is like the girl who I was talking to, who's like really into K-pop, like my white guy friend, I keep calling him my white guy friend, but like I don't know what else to call him. He's also friends with her, right? We all have like the same kind of like friend group, but he was like, her Oshi is like a K-pop idol, right? And then we have like other friends where they have Oshis, and their Oshis are very like charismatic, like very like ikemen, but then like and then my Oshi's Soraru, and I bring all of my friends. I probably brought, how many of my friends? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I brought 8 of my friends who know nothing about Soraru to his concerts, just to be like, this is Soraru, this is my Oshi, like he's my favorite, and then just after to be like, what do you think? And every time they're just like, what the frick is wrong with you? They're like, I understand why he's your Oshi, but also like how like, yeah, he's really just some guy that loves singing, and then we vibe with that for it. Yeah, we had, oh yeah, good Borg and acai bowl. Yeah, we got Hawaiian burgers, and I got an acai bowl and chicken nuggets for lunch. And then my friends had to listen to me rant about Utaite. I had to like fill in my friend that knew nothing about Soraru on like all of the like drama since what, 2011 that happened, which I will not talk about on stream because that does not need to be here. But like, yeah. So that was the concert. Are there any questions? Did I forget anything else? Anything in particular you guys want to know? I feel like earlier I had a bunch of things where I was like, I need to talk about this, this, and this, and this, and this, and then I didn't. Oh, going back to like me recognizing people at concerts because I've gone so often. Me and like my other friend that I like go to concerts with often, we've been like noticing like the people that like, you know, when people are waiting in line, just like you can see everyone's like Twitter, because everyone's like on Twitter, like, and like we've seen like the really popular, like for the Japanese fandom, like the really popular like fan accounts and stuff where they have like 1,000 followers, and like their accounts are just like concert reports and like, or like whatever, and it's kind of crazy. Like that's how small this fandom is that like if you're on like Utaite Twitter and like you're just watching everyone's like phones when you're standing around in lines, like you just like see people are like, oh my gosh, wait, that's that person, like I've seen their Twitter account kind of thing. And then like sometimes you become friends with them, and then like you add people on Twitter after and you're like, wait, like I've seen this person like tweet and stuff. And it's like kind of crazy. Or I've met up with like people where I didn't know them. Like I met them because like I would have a friend be like, oh, like this other person's like meeting up with us, is that okay? And I'd be like, yeah. And then I've like met people and then like they follow me. So it's like the Spider-Man meme where it's like, huh? Like, yeah, this fandom's really small, but it's kind of fun. There was something else I was gonna say about that. Oh, I didn't talk about this the last stream because I forgot, but I thought it would be really funny. You guys remember how I was talking about how like Mafu Mafu concerts, the fans are like something else, right? There was like, it was the Fukatsu no Soramafu Urasaka concert. It was like the New Year's live that I went to. But there was this one girl I was like standing behind in line, and I was just like eavesdropping on their conversation, and she was talking about how like every day she sends a selfie of herself to Soraru's TikTok account because she's like, I want him to like go out with me, and she's like, but I know he doesn't like check the TikTok account. But then she was like, but maybe his manager does, and she was like, I'm just trying to shoot my shot. And I was like, girl, don't do that. But also I was like, it was really funny. Don't do that. Nobody bug people. Don't bug people. But like, she was just like, I'm just trying to shoot my shot. She was like, I don't think it's actually gonna happen, but I'm doing it anyways. And it was like, just the fact that she had like I don't know if I had respect for her or like I was scared or like what, but like what other stuff? There's like I hear stuff like that all the time. Or oh, I remember this is like a different one. I went to like Mei-chan's like hiatus concert, right? And then like I went to the festival day. And so a lot of the people there, they only knew Mei-chan, right? But so like there was a lot of really old Utaite there. Like I was really excited to see like Raidu or like Shaq was there, and then like all of like Mei-chan's like other Utaite friends that like, you know, they're not as popular as him. But like when I left that like concert, I was like mortified because that was like a big deal for like Mei-chan, right? Where he could have like a concert with all of his friends before his hiatus. But then there were so many people that like, and also this concert, so like there was like a solo day where it was only Mei-chan, and then there was another day where it was a bunch of other Utaite, right? But then like when I was leaving the concert, there were so many people and they were like, oh my gosh, like why is Mei-chan friends with like these people? Like they would be like, oh, Mei-chan's like the most like ikemen, or like he's the cutest, like, or like who are these other like losers that they're like trying to be friends with like Mei-chan, like they're not even like cute, or like they're not even talented, or like they're too old to be singing. And I was like, how can you say that about your Oshi's friends, right? After you like see them live, and like after like it's like a really important concert for your Oshi, I was just like, I was mortified with like what some people were saying about like the other Utaite at the concert. I was like, that's not like cool, you know? Like, and that's not even the first concert where like something like that happened, where I would like be leaving and, you know, people talk about the concert when leaving, and I just hear things and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you being so mean, or like stuff. Oh wait, yeah, I remember something else about the concert. There was this guy that was like in front of me, because I'm like complaining about stuff now, right? There was this guy that was like in front of us and I kept screaming, and he kept on like, I would scream like when it was okay to scream, right? Like in between songs, and I get that I'm like loud and American, but like he kept on like being really exaggerated about like covering his ear, and then like looking back at me like, oh my gosh, like why is she like screaming? Like I was just being like, woo, like that. And I just was like so salty. I just kept on like, after he made like a big deal of it and everything, I was just looking at him like, okay, like you're at a concert where the majority of the fans are girls, and like we're all screaming, and also like if your ears are that sensitive, why are you raw dogging a concert without like earplugs, right? Like if your ears were that sensitive, you would have earplugs, because the music is louder than my screaming. And like I was just like, what the frick is his problem? I was like, no, like come on, I'm just a girly having my moment. Like, is Soraru your Oshi too? Like, he's mine. But yeah, you should scream louder in his ears. Yeah, that was like my one complaint about yesterday. So yeah, I didn't mean to end on a rant, but I guess it's almost 9 and people are probably gonna be leaving to go watch the Valorant stream. I'm really sorry that I was stupid. I started 20 minutes late because I didn't realize I didn't push the recording button. But oh, I will probably stream again in a month, because this is an announcement. So announcement for all the Mafu fans here. If anyone was here for when I did the birthday letter project for Soraru, I'm also going to be doing a letter project for Mafu Mafu, because I'm going to go to his Utate Mito live. So I will make the what is it? I'll make the Google form. I'm gonna probably release the Google form in like a month, but so like if you're here and you know what you want to write to him, or if you want to write to him, just be like, have that in mind. Like, Minnie's gonna launch another letter project, and then I will deliver letters for you guys. I'm only accepting 20 this time again too, and then I'm gonna write them. And then my friend Mongo Aji, she's actually the one that helped me with them and stuff last time. Well, I had a whole crew last time, but Mongo Aji was one of them that helped me a lot. So yes, we will deliver your letters to Mafu, and we might have a stream when we're writing the letters and stuff, so everyone can say hi as we're delivering them. And then, oh yeah, and then Iroh, of course, can translate to like Spanish. And then after that, I probably won't stream again until after the Mapu Mapu concert, and I have a report for that. So yeah, anyways, thanks for coming to 2 streams this weekend, and then I will see you guys probably once a month or something. I don't know. I'll try to keep everyone more updated on what I've been up to. I feel like I kind of dropped off the face of the planet this time. But yeah, everyone, good night. Thank you for coming. Bye bye.